The scenario we'll be playing today is Grind. And this one here, there is going to be deployment as normal. So first player will get 7 inches, second player will get 10. There is a ball in the center. This one counts as an enemy model, which is defense 5, cannot be destroyed. Anyone taking damage from this model, from it being slammed or thrown, will suffer an additional dive damage. The pillars are obstructions that cannot be destroyed, and anyone suffering damage from being slammed into them suffer an additional die of damage. On each side there is a 5-inch circle, so the ball is in the very center. Each of the pillars are 6 inches off, and the front of the 5-inch circle is 12 inches up from the side. If the ball is pushed, slammed, thrown completely within the circle on one person's side, they lose. And that's Grind.
So over here we have Mike Signar. It is a good mix of units with Alexia, a bunch of solos, Haley2 with Thorn. You got the, all the hard hitters and all that stuff. So a good mix of units with shooting and melee. Over here though, for Dorian, it's going to be a tier 4 of the Rasheth chain gang. And so actually got the double gators in there with their taskmasters. But we're actually, doing this grind one, which will be kind of different. There's lots of heavies on the right to be doing some smashes and throws in the ball. And Haley2 has a lot of guns that can push and TKs, so it's going to be kind of interesting. So either way, we're going to be going first with Mike on the left. He is getting Arcane Shield up onto the Forge Guard, and everything's kind of moving up. The murder ponies really got up there, and that's going to turn out to actually be a detriment, because part of the tier is that you get +2 speed on the first turn, so those gators can get way up there. And so all of a sudden these murder ponies, which are normally the bane of these gators, now are all of a sudden have a gator in their face right away. So dealing with that, of course the Kreia comes up there, does the Animus, so they get +2 defense, +2 armor, which will help them even more against shooting. Otherwise, really just getting those beasts up there. And I mean, it's not the 5 or 6 beasts or whatever you can do with other ones, but yeah, 2 bronze backs and the gladiator will be a lot of beef to deal with. But this is Haley2, you got the Forge Guard, you got the feet, and this could actually be something. So he's here measuring his control already, probably thinking about making this turn a feet turn, putting 4 focus onto, I believe it was 4 focus on the Thorn, of course upkeeping the Arcane Shield, Forge Guard getting up there and doing some hits and killing that one lead gator. So there's 1 down. Otherwise, Risen really running and getting up there. And then finally it's going to be Thorn. Now Thorn can be really fast with this, of course. So he's rushing up. But now this is where we're going to start seeing that Mike's dice, they kind of suck. Like dice -5 and only rolling 5, missing his charge attack. So Thorn does a little bit of damage, but not very much whatsoever. Otherwise, Anastasia and Gorman taking the bottom. Now he's trying to dance around here with his blazers. Again, really wishing that guy wasn't in his face. Luckily, he's not towing into the forest there, but he is engaging Iris, which will be a problem. He's trying to shoot and kill stuff, but again, dice not really what he needs, so he doesn't kill that gator that's with him, doesn't kill anybody else, and he was really hoping to do a lot more than that, I can tell you that. Haley's going to come up here and feet. Now, Haley does her feet to her whole control range. And one of the things that's going to come up here that I had felt sorry as a viewer having to point out was that Squire does not get up there. And so, yeah, that's going to be an issue. So she is going to arc through Thorn. Did a TK to move around that one bronze back and backwards. Iris decides to take a free strike. He misses. And then he's going to be able to shoot at the Taskmaster and at least kill the Taskmaster. So there's somebody dead, got something done. But otherwise now we're going to get back to the Scorne side. He's having to deal with Haley's feet, and really it's going to cover everything in the front except for the back 2 beasts, like the 2 painted beasts. So if you would have had the Squire, the beast would be in there too. For the most part, Dorian isn't getting too much done with the Scorne anyway. They're really just more positioning. The Gators trying to engage as much as they can, trying to push up, and really just trying to stall through this one turn. All the heavies going down near the bottom. I thought that was pretty dangerous with Gorman being down there and possibly getting a multiple blind thing going on. But yeah, they might also be going for, of course, the scenario and starting to do some slams and stuff to that ball. Because you know what Forge Guard don't like? Having that ball slammed right through their face. So otherwise, that's really it. One of the bigger things also that happens is both agonizers, are saying you can't be allocated focus and you can't channel spells. So Thorn really hates that. He's going to come up here and he's actually going to use Pendrake to throw his little bolo cuff things and actually knock down that one Bronzeback. Then he's going to be coming in here with Anastasia and the Risen. It's really just using it to try and kill this Agonizer. And this is again where you gotta feel bad for Mike and his horrible dice, because he just keeps on rolling like crap, and he ends up having to kill off all his Risen to buy and boost attacks to finally kill the Agonizer with the very last attack. And yeah, that was not really the trade you normally want to get for Alexia. I mean, I guess this isn't really Alexia's normal thing, where there's not really a lot of corpses for her to get, but again, she usually gets more done than killing an Agonizer. Otherwise, Blazers and stuff trying to go up there at the top, trying to kill off some guys. Not really getting too much done, again, because of bad dice and stuff. Forge Guard getting right up there. Killing off a few more guys here, killing off the other Agonizer, I believe. Or I think he missed it. I think it was the Taskmaster he killed, and I think there's still a second Agonizer alive. Yeah. So either way, yeah, now there's no more Taskmasters. There's still going to be one Agonizer. Haley's kind of hiding. Going to come up here and take a shot. I believe he actually kills a Kriya on this turn with all the shots. But now he's going to come here with Gorman. He's going to be blinding off the one knockdown Bronzeback. So he actually... He rolls double ones to miss the Bronzeback, but luckily he only scatters 2 inches or something, so he still blinds the Bronzeback. But wow, just showing how Mike's dice are kind of letting him down. This is actually where he's now with dead-eyed gun mages shooting at the Kriya, and eventually after these guys shoot, he is going to be killing it in the end. So no more Kriya Animus to be worried about. That thing's going to be shot down and dead. There it goes. And that's really going to be it for this turn. So now it's coming back to Dorian's turn in the Scorne, and now he's past the feet. He has way more Gators than he would normally expect to have at this point. There's a lot of guys to actually deal with. One of his elephants are blind, but he still has a lot of people to do stuff. Carnivore is up on the Gators. So, I mean, defense 15 Blazers is nice, but when you're looking at Mat 9, and it can also go cold-blooded, yeah, they're going to start just chewing through those guys and starting to kill off those Blazers. Otherwise, yeah, I believe he still has the one Agonizer that's going to say, no fun for you. He's going to arc through his spell here with Rasheth through the Agonizer. It's going to take D3 damage, only going to take 1. I mean, with an 8 damage box Agonizer, they really don't care. And that's going to kill off like 4 gun mages, so well worth it. Otherwise, he's just going to move over here with a Bronzeback just to engage Gorman, trying to keep him back. Otherwise, the 2 other heavies moving around. I was kind of surprised to see the Gladiator move far up to the top. I thought he'd really just be trying to more go up and try and destroy Thorn now. But he's playing it a little bit more safe. I think he's kind of waiting for more of a mistake to be made. Plus, we're going to be seeing something else pretty soon here as well. Alright, so after all this is happening, we're back to the Signar turn. He's seeing that he is within range of the Agonizer, so no allocating focus again. Thorn's really not happy this game. And otherwise, Haley is coming up a little bit closer because she wants to actually get some things done. But it turns out that when she gets up here that there's not actually much she can really do. She puts out Deadeye onto Pendrake to try and really help him with that. Doesn't really want to shoot anything because everything's engaged. And now he's going to be going here with the Forge Guard. He's going to lose a couple to free strikes because one of the things Dorian did was put one of the Pain Masters in range. They have reach and they automatically do a point of damage, so they are murder to these Forge Guards. So at first, he was like, oh yeah, I can take a free strike. No, you do not want a free strike from that. And so really that one model just kind of stalled him exactly where he was, makes more attacks on some gators, kills off like the two that are at the bottom. So hooray, those gators are finally dead. But really this is too little too late. And I mean, dice has some part to do with it, but you know, that's just what happens sometimes. So otherwise, he is going to aim with Pendrake, and he knocked down that Bronzeback again. Gorman's going to be sneaking around, and he's going to try and blind these guys, hoping to get onto the caster or two, of course. And, sorry, no, this is not blind. This is an acid bomb. And so that's going to scatter. He's going to kill a couple of guys, so get something done from that. Otherwise, Gun Mage is coming up, and they're going to try pushing back that Gladiator just to try and make things a little bit nicer for them. They do it with a crit and knock them down, so that's looking pretty nice. But overall here, yeah, taking a free strike on to Iris. She dies, so that's not happy. Those Gun Mages still can't kill those Gators. Man, it's just nothing's working out for them, and now things are going to start going real bad. These guys, the Carnivore, the Gators, are just going to start chewing up and killing off all the Blazers. So all the Blazers are dead. Also going to be killing off more of these Forge Guard. Now, he wanted to come over here and charge Thorn, but when you looked at it, he didn't really have the arc. So he's actually just going to charge Pendrake and then still be in a good spot. He's actually going to hit Pendrake, even though he get like +4 defense against beasts. And then he's going to start buying against the Thorn, and it's really not going well. Like, it takes him to like the last hit to destroy the shield, and he almost did not destroy Thorn. Otherwise, he did destroy Thorn. He had Rush put onto the other Bronzeback. It also got whipped by the Painmasters, and after he makes some other attacks over here, now he's going to trample over with the Bronzeback and get over to Haley, and now this will be all sorts of bad. He's just going to, you know, trample over, boost and hit, buy and boost, and that's really going to be it for Epic Haley. And yeah, that's what these heavies can do. They can trample through all your troops once you get past the feat turn. And so nothing happened with the scenario, but this one will end with Assassination and a victory for the Scorne. So the game just ended with an Assassination, with Haley2 dying to a Bronzeback. What do you guys think of the game?
I think it went extremely well for Dorian. I really should have focused more on killing beasts, and maybe not have rolled so many 5s on my left flank there. That was,
the dice rolling was the
dice
major
rolling
factor
was
on this.
Very subpar. I'll probably throw these out on the highway on the way home.
Yeah.
And, but other than that, no, I had a really good time. It was a good game. I don't get to play Scorne a lot, so that was a lot of fun.
So I noticed like you guys didn't use the ball at all, but between the TKs and stuff, you just figured like the scenario just wasn't really possible? Or?
Yeah, well, I think I was planning on TKing it every turn just to move it up, but I ended up jamming it on my own by accident.
That was, yeah, my problem was I was going to start slamming it backwards, going, oh, well, there's guys back there. I'll just manage to hit a couple of them. It'll work out to my favor because I can loop my beasts around. Nope, there's a bunch of Forge Guard in my way, and I can't slam through them. So.
There's the one turn we moved the Gladiator here and the Bronzeback instead of moving up and attacking, staying back. Were you setting up for like a big double slam? Or?
I was setting up to hopefully clear it and slam that way.
Oh, okay, yeah.
And then using, with that being clear, start beat backing my way through his guys.
Okay. So, otherwise, any other thoughts on the game? Just dice were hilarious?
Yeah, dice were hilarious. Absolutely, the dice were too funny.
Toughest agonizers in the game.
Yes, and they are crazy tough agonizers.
Now, Anastasia kind of stayed here the whole game. Did you forget about her?
I did on my second last turn, and my plan was to actually
run her over here.
Run her literally over to here. Kind of that was out of the way. They might have been able to do something, but they would have been shifted too far this way and wouldn't have been able to influence the beast. And then I just totally forgot to move her because she moved 7, and then I could have jumped into here, or even somewhere around here. Use her ability, and then all this would have gotten additional attack.
Forge Guard love that.
Yeah, which would have been, it might have actually saved me the game, because I would have been able to, maybe do some crit slams backwards, take some shots, maybe even, because it's command, maybe I would have got the gun mages in, a couple extra shots on the agonizer.
Yeah.
But yeah, forgetting about her was huge.
I didn't think my agonizer was going to do anything this game. Then he moved her
Yeah.
up there, and I was like, oh, okay, well,
Yeah.
no TKing my guys anymore. That's just not going to happen.
Yeah,
That works just fine.
Yeah, 2 agonizers, it was brutal. Like one like you can deal with, but 2 is just, it was crazy.
I was gonna put swamp gobbers, but I don't own swamp gobbers. And so I was gonna go pick up some, and I was like, well, I can wait because I have 1 point extra.
All right, guys. Well, thanks for the game.